Everybody has a little voice in their head that talks to them as they go about their day. I think it's our way of trying to explain to ourselves what's going on around us, and I have that little voice too. And sometimes it's my best friend. Sometimes it's a very helpful thing to have. It helps me in my day to day life. It helps me on The Drunken Peasants. It helps me to be a funny person. It helps me to be a storyteller. But when I'm depressed, it can be worse than my worst enemy. And this is what that voice sounds like when I'm depressed. If you upload this video, people are going to fucking laugh at you. And they would be right to laugh at you because this is a sad fucking video. Not sad in a good way, not the sad that people fucking, go to the movies to experience. This is just sad. You're a sad man. You're 35 years old. You're on the internet whining to a bunch of strangers that don't really care about you. You're basically, you're a clown online. People laugh at the stupid things that you've done in your life because you're stupid enough to share those things with people. And when you share those things with people and they laugh, they're not laughing with you, they're laughing at you, always at you. And that's true. I'm not bullshitting you. They're laughing at you. They're laughing at your foibles. They're laughing at your failures as a person, as a man, as a human being. And they're using you. They're using you to feel better about themselves. That's why people watch you. That's why people watch your channel. That's why people say nice things to you. People watch your fucking channel because they want to feel better about themselves. They want to see a fucking loser like you make a fool out of himself over and over and over again for their amusement and for their own self-gratification so that they can get up out of bed in the morning and say, well, at least there's one fucking loser on the planet that's more of a loser than I am. That's why people like you. And what you're doing is embarrassing. It's not only embarrassing to you, or at least it should be embarrassing to you, it's embarrassing to your wife. Your wife is ashamed of what you do. She doesn't care about what you do because she thinks it's stupid. And you know what? Your mother does too. Your mom is a very nice person, you know that. But she would lie her fucking face off rather than hurt you. She's not interested in the things that you do on The Drunken Peasants, not even in the tertiary way that she's shown so far. She's not interested in your YouTube videos or really any of the things that you're passionate about or that you claim to be passionate about. She's not interested in those things. She's just doing it because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. Welcome to your life. People dither with you because they don't want to hurt your fucking feelings because you're a soft person. And soft people get taken advantage of in this life. And your softness is your weakness. And people exploit you. And you deserve to be exploited because look at what you're doing. I cannot believe that you're considering uploading this video. I cannot believe that you would consider embarrassing yourself in this manner in front of so many fucking people. I cannot believe that you think that these people are actually interested in you. What a silly fucking thing for you to think. And I know that you know better. I know that you know better. I know that you know that these people don't fucking care about you. Not really. They just want to fucking chuckle at you. You're the modern day equivalent of the fucking jester, the court jester. That's what you are. And you're a minor court jester too. There are better court jesters on YouTube. That wouldn't be so much a waste of time, but what can I say? People are fucking stupid. And they don't know any better. They don't know to go search elsewhere for their gratification. They've got an easy source of gratification in you, and they're going to continue using it until you fucking dry up or get tired of it and just quit. And that really is what's at the end of this. That's really the point that I'm trying to get to, is that you are going to quit. School, kiss that shit goodbye. You're going to quit. You're not going to make it through fucking school. When have you ever finished anything that you've started? When have you ever once finished something that you've set out to start? And you know what? You tell people about it too. You brag about it in your hubris. Like you fucking tell people, I'm going back to school, as if you have any fucking intention of ever finishing school. As if you have any fucking intention of ever doing anything with your life other than sitting in that fucking computer chair and watching your ass get fatter and watching your fucking subscribers grow as more and more people discover what a fucking loser you are. That's the point, isn't it? That really is the point. And those people that say that they're interested in you, even the ones that seem to actually take an interest, even the ones that you trust, the very few people that you've allowed into your life as a result of this YouTube career, TJ, Ben, Scotty, your other friends, wake up and smell the fucking coffee, dude. Like, what are they in it for? What are they in it for? What are they getting out of knowing you? I'm waiting. You can answer anytime. What the fuck do these people, what do these people get out of knowing you? What do talented, successful people get out of knowing you? You're not going to answer, so I'll answer for you. They like laughing at you, Paul. They're all laughing at you. And you know what? You deserve it. You deserve it because of what you're doing right now, because of what you've done in the past. You're a liar. And you know you're a liar. And you portray yourself in this manner in front of these people because you think that you can ingratiate yourself to these people by putting on a fucking face. But every last one of them sees through it. They know you're a fucking liar. They know you're a charlatan. They know you're a fucking hack. They know that you don't know shit about shit. When you talk about things, you talk directly out your fucking ass. You're not a fucking professor. You don't have a degree. You don't have training or expertise in anything of importance. You have no right to talk about politics or religion or guns. They're not listening to you because you're some deep philosophical thinker. Are you fucking kidding me? You think you're Plato? Is that what it is, Paul? Is that what you're telling yourself? Is that how you're getting through the day these days? You're fucking Socrates all of a sudden because you don't like guns? Because you don't believe in God? Congratulations, Nietzsche. Just stupid. That's another thing too. Like owing up to your deception. You're just a dumb person. And I don't even really know how to say it. You're just dumb. I mean, I feel like you're a dumb person, so you should get, that simple sentence. You're just dumb. People might think you're smart. You might be good at manipulating people into thinking that you're intelligent, into thinking that you have something of value to say, something to add to the conversation, but you have nothing. And you know you have nothing. And you can't fool everybody. That's what depression sounds like.
According to the latest from the CDC, the rates of all of our top 10 killers have fallen or stabilized except for one: suicide. Accumulating evidence indicates that oxidative free radicals may play important roles in the development of various neuropsychiatric disorders, including major depression. For example, In a study of nearly 300,000 Canadians, greater fruit and vegetable consumption was associated with lower odds of depression, psychological distress, self-reported mood and anxiety disorders, and poor perceived mental health. They conclude that since a healthy diet comprised of a high intake of fruits and vegetables is rich in antioxidants, it may consequently dampen the detrimental effects of oxidative stress on mental health. But that was just based on asking how many fruits and veggies people ate. If you measure the levels of carotenoid phytonutrients in nearly 2,000 people across the country, a higher total blood carotenoid level was associated with a lower likelihood of elevated depressive symptoms. And there appeared to be a dose-response relationship, meaning the higher the levels, the better people felt. Lycopene, the red pigment predominantly found in tomatoes, but also present in watermelon, pink grapefruit, guava, papaya, is the most powerful antioxidant among the carotenoid family. In a test tube, it's about 100 times more effective at quenching these free radicals than vitamin E, for example. And in a study of about 1,000 older men and women, those who ate the most tomato products had about half the odds of depression. The researchers conclude that a tomato-rich diet may have a beneficial effect on the prevention of depressive symptoms. Higher intake of fruits and vegetables has been found to lead to a lower risk of developing depression. But if it's the antioxidants, can't we just take an antioxidant pill? No, only food sources of antioxidants were protectively associated with depression, not antioxidants from dietary supplements. Although plant foods and food-derived phytochemicals have been associated with health benefits, antioxidants from dietary supplements appear to be less beneficial, and may in fact be detrimental to health. This may indicate that the form and delivery of the antioxidants are important. Alternately, the observed association may be due not to antioxidants at all, but rather to other dietary factors such as folate, that also occur in fruit, vegetables, and plant-rich diets. In a study of thousands of middle-aged office workers, eating lots of processed food was found to be a risk factor for at least mild to moderate depression 5 years later, whereas a whole food pattern was found to be protective. Yes, it could be because of the high content of antioxidants in fruits and vegetables, but could also be the folate in greens and beans, as some studies have suggested an increased risk of depression in folks who may not be getting enough. Low folate levels in the blood are associated with depression. But since most of the early studies were cross-sectional, meaning a snapshot in time, we didn't know if the low folate led to depression, or the depression led to low folate. Maybe when you have the blues, you don't want to eat the greens. But since then, a number of cohort studies were published, following people over time, and low dietary intake of folate may indeed be a risk factor for severe depression, as much as a 3-fold higher risk. Note this is dietary folate intake, not folic acid supplements, so they were actually eating healthy foods. If you give people folic acid pills, they don't seem to work. This may be because folate is found in dark green leafy vegetables like spinach, whereas folic acid is the oxidized synthetic compound used in food fortification and dietary supplements because it's more shelf-stable, but may have different effects on the body, as I explored previously. These kinds of findings point to the importance of antioxidant food sources rather than dietary supplements. But there was an interesting study giving people high-dose vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid. The vitamin C, but not placebo group, experienced a decrease in depression scores and also greater FSI. What is FSI? FSI evidently stands for penile vaginal intercourse, an acronym that makes no sense to me. But evidently, high-dose vitamin C improves mood and intercourse frequency, but only in sexual partners that don't live with one another. In the placebo group, those not living together had sex about once a week, and those living together a little higher, once every 5 days, but no big change on vitamin C. But those not living together on vitamin C every other day. The differential effect on non-cohabitants suggests that the mechanism is not a peripheral one, meaning outside of the brain, but a central one, some psychological change which motivates the person to venture forth to have intercourse. The mild antidepressant effect they found was unrelated to cohabitation or frequency, so it does not appear that the depression scores improved just because of the improved FSI.